I'm Francis. Lying in this hospital bed, I can still hear the venomous words that shattered my world. The recording played, and my husband's voice filled the room, raw and full of hatred. "You're a damn burden," he hissed. Those words were like a knife, stabbing at my heart. I had just woken up from a month-long coma, only to face this betrayal. My mind drifts back to the day I met my husband, Mark. It was at a real estate and property development conference in downtown Chicago. I was the CEO of a successful real estate firm that I had built from the ground up. I was confident and in control, but Mark was a junior project manager at a small firm. He was ambitious but felt overshadowed by the big names in the industry. When I took the stage to present our latest projects, the room fell silent. I spoke with passion about sustainable housing and innovative property management strategies. Mark watched me, and I could see the awe in his eyes. After the presentation, he mustered the courage to approach me. I expected a brief, polite interaction, but he was different. He asked intelligent questions about my work, and I found myself engaging in a deep conversation with him. Within a few months, we were dating. He was charming and supportive at first. I introduced him to my business contacts and encouraged him to take on more challenging projects. I thought I had found a partner who would stand by me. We got married, and I invited him to move into my luxurious penthouse in the heart of the city. It was worth over $5 million, and I shared my life with him without hesitation. But as my business continued to grow, Mark's resentment started to build. People would praise me at events, and he felt ignored. Every time I declined to give him a significant role in my company, explaining that I wanted to keep business and personal life separate, his anger grew. His admiration for me turned into envy, and then into a sense of entitlement. He started to believe that he deserved everything I had built. One day, I had a sudden health crisis and ended up in the intensive care unit. Mark visited me every day, but I could sense his impatience. The medical bills were piling up, with daily costs for the ICU, specialized monitoring, and consultations. Dr. Miller, my attending physician, explained the expenses to Mark on the first day. Mark nodded, pretending to be concerned, but I later realized that he was only thinking about the money. During my coma, there was a little girl named Lily in the hospital. She was 8 years old and had been in and out of the hospital for various medical treatments. She was a regular in the pediatric wing and had a gift for finding quiet corners. One day, she peeked into my room and saw me lying there, surrounded by monitors. To her, I looked like a princess in a deep sleep, waiting to be saved. From that day on, Lily visited me whenever she could. She brought her teddy bear, which had a small voice recorder. Dr. Miller had given it to her after a difficult surgery to help her express her feelings. Lily would whisper stories to me about the nurses, the games she played, and the birds she saw outside the window. She promised to protect me. One afternoon, the hospital was unusually quiet. Mark thought he was alone in my room. He let his true feelings out. "You're a damn burden," he said. "A month of this, and you just lie here doing nothing." He stood by my ventilator, his hand hovering over the buttons. "One press, and this could all be over," he muttered. Unseen beneath the bed, Lily was terrified. She had come to keep me company during that quiet hour. Every word Mark spat was like a bullet to her heart. She held her breath, clutching her teddy bear so tightly that she could feel the recorder pressing against her palm. After a tense moment, Mark pulled back. "Not today," he growled. "Someone's always around. I need the right moment." He stormed out of the room. Lily was in a panic. She scrambled out from under the bed and ran to Dr. Miller. "He wants to hurt her," she gasped. "Francis is in danger. You have to stop him." Dr. Miller took Lily seriously. He knew that children could sometimes misinterpret things, but there was something in Lily's voice that made him pay attention. He went to my room to check on me. He noticed that my vital signs were showing some small but significant changes. He wondered if Lily's constant presence and stories had been stimulating something in me. When I finally woke up, the first thing I saw was Lily's round face. "You're awake," she whispered. I knew you could hear me. But then, she had to tell me the truth. "I heard your husband. He said he wished you would die." My heart sank. I had thought the nightmares I had during my coma were just figments of my imagination, but they were real. Mark, my husband, wanted me dead. Lily then brought out her teddy bear. "I recorded it," she said. "I'm sorry, but you have to know." The recording played, and the full extent of Mark's cruelty was revealed. My parents, Sarah and David, were in the room when they heard the recording. My mother covered her mouth in shock, and my father's face turned dark with anger. They had always trusted Mark, but now they saw him for who he really was. Dr. Miller wasted no time. He contacted the hospital security and then the police. They developed a plan to lure Mark back to the hospital. A nurse called him, saying that my condition had taken a turn for the worse. Mark arrived at the hospital, irritated and impatient. He was led to Dr. Miller's office. Dr. Miller showed him the teddy bear and said, "We need to talk about what you said in your wife's room." It was recorded. Mark's face turned pale. He tried to make excuses, saying it was a misunderstanding, but Dr. Miller was firm. "Your intent was clear and documented," he said. Just then, 2 police officers entered the office. "You're under arrest for attempted harm, abuse of a vulnerable adult, and endangerment within a medical facility," one of them said. Mark staggered back, protesting, but it was too late. He was handcuffed and led out of the hospital. I watched from my bed as he was taken away. A sense of relief washed over me, even though the pain of betrayal was still deep. My recovery was a long and slow process. Lily visited me every day after her therapy. She brought me drawings and told me more stories. Her presence was like a ray of sunshine in my darkest days. Dr. Miller was also a constant support. He monitored my progress carefully and helped me deal with the emotional aftermath of what had happened. One day, as I watched Lily coloring beside me, I realized that she had no stable family. Her long-term medical issues had made it difficult for her to find an adoptive home. I decided that I wanted to give her a real family. I spoke to Dr. Miller about it. He was supportive and said that he thought Lily would thrive with me. The adoption process was long and complicated, with evaluations, forms, and home assessments. But I was determined. Over the next year, Lily and I grew closer. Dr. Miller became more than just my doctor, he became a friend and then something more. We got married in a small ceremony by the lake. A year later, we welcomed a baby boy, Jake. Our family was unconventional, built from pain and betrayal, but also from trust and second chances. And in Lily's new bedroom, on her neatly made bed, sits the old teddy bear. It's a silent reminder of the moment when a child's courage changed everything and gave us a family we had never expected.